Smart cities and IoT go very much together, and here at the Etsy workshop this week I'm joined by Martin Bauer of NEC. Martin, tell us about the smart city connection that you're working on.
Yeah, so what we want to show here is basically that we can have applications that run across different cities, smart cities that have different sensing possibilities and so on. So in here we have a dashboard basically with which you can see key features of the smart city. We can average, maximize, and so on, so you can get a feeling of the smart city. Now, the problem we have is basically that we have different platforms in this smart city. You have completely proprietary one, like the one in Santander that we're using. We have more standardized one, like the 1M2M that Kitty is using in Korea. And we want to get that on a we need to get it on the same level, and what we do here is we use semantics, so we try to get to semantic interoperability to enable these kind of applications that I was saying.
Now, semantics seems to be a key word this week. Before we go any further, tell us a bit more about the interpretation of what that exactly is.
Yeah, so semantics is about meaning. So what we typically do in semantics, we define an ontology. In an ontology, you define what the concepts and relations are. So, for example, here you'd have sensors. Sensors make observations. For observations, you need to know where they were done, at what time they were done, and what kind of unit these measurements are in. So we translate it basically according into this common language, and that allows then applications to make use of that and really understand that. Now we also have to make sure that the information is correct. So once you have a lot of different platforms, a lot of different sensors, there may also be mistakes. So that's why we have this semantic validation component that comes into the picture that checks basically, is that really according to this ontology, is that everything correct? So then the application doesn't get any bogus data and isn't messed up as a result of that.
Now, another issue for smart cities is gateways, and this is something else that you're addressing, I believe.
Yes. So what we're discussing up to now is basically the data level. So we need to get in the right data, but of course we also need to deal with the different protocols that are being used. So for 1M2M or for Smart Santander, we have different protocols. And what we try to do here is that we have adaptable gateway that allows us to dynamically deploy new annotators during runtime. So if we add a new city, we can dynamically deploy this, and this data will become available, so it can also be shown on the application directly.
So are you pleased with the progress we're seeing in smart city development?
Yes, I think we are seeing a lot of progress these days. It was an important feature here at the workshop, and we are starting to see first commercial deployments. So I expect that we're going to see even more in the coming years.
Fantastic. Thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you.